graph the inequalities x less than or equal to x plus 2 and y is greater than or equal to minus x, right? Now, the first thing is we're going to look for coordinates, right? We're just going to look for coordinate. We're going to look for coordinate y and x values. When x is 0, so in this first equation, you put x equal to 0, you're going to have y equal to 2. And if you put y equal to 0, you're going to have x equal to negative 2, right? And in the second equation, if you put x equal to 0, you're going to have y equal to 0. And if you put, I can test bigger values because we just haven't, nothing is multiplied or added to x. So I'm going to test bigger values. I'm going to say x is 4 there. And we're going to have y equal to negative 4, right? So now we're just going to draw the coordinates. 5, 6, this is the y coordinate and that's the x coordinate. So let's plot the first graph. We are plotting the graph y equal to x plus 2 first. Then we kind of like, you know, determine the region that satisfies the inequality, right? From the graph. And the graph y equal to minus x. So we are drawing those two graphs. So let's draw the first one, y equal to x plus 2. So we're going to have 2, 0. 2, 0 is going to be 2, 2 in y. So it's going to be this point. And 0, negative 2 is going to be negative 2 in x on the x-axis, right? So now let's go ahead and draw the line. It might not be accurate, but I tried my best. So that is the line. That's the line y equal to x plus 2, right? Okay, let's draw the other line. Let's draw the other line. So we have 0, 0. So it's going to be this point right here. And then we have 4, negative 4. So 4, negative 4, 4 in x and negative 4 in y. So we are going to have something around there, right? Not too accurate, but around there. So still we're going to have 4, 4, something around there. So it's a kind of like a straight line with a negative slope passing through the origin. That is the line y equal to negative x. All right, now let's look at the region that satisfies the inequality. The lines are close, right? So we are having less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. That is why we are having thick lines, not dotted lines. If we had y less than, strictly less than x plus 2, or y strictly greater than minus x, we are going to be having dotted lines because points, in that case, points on the line will not be included. But in this case, points on the line are included. That's why we are having thick lines, right? Now, let's look at the region that satisfies the inequality. This is the line y equal to x plus 2, right? Now, when you look at this point, now if you pick 0 here, value of y here to be 0, and you pick the value of y here to be 3, which one do you think is bigger, right? You see that 3 is bigger than 0. Therefore, means that for y values less than that line, y values that are less than that line fall below here, fall below the line, right? Fall right there because below here, those y values are less than or equal to those up. Are you seeing that? And the line is included in the data. So you see, that is the region that satisfies that this particular inequality, right? Now, let's go to the second inequality. For the second line, we're having y values greater than or equal to minus x. So let's look at the line y equal to minus x. So you see, at this point, so you see that these 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 y values, these y values are strictly less than this one up here, right? As less than these y values up here. So the region that is going to satisfy this inequality are the y values which are greater than this, right? So it's going to be up here because these y values up here are greater. You see that? These y values that all be are greater. And you see that some of these things intersect, right? You see that some of these lines have intersected, right? If you look at it clearly, you see that there is an intersection right here. So that intersection means that that is a region that satisfies inequality. You see, the region satisfied an inequality. You see that? That region satisfied inequality. So that is the region that satisfied inequality. So this region is the solution of these two inequalities. I hope you understand this.